Yeah, so you are told to sell XAU USD. Of course, you already know that XAU is the symbol of gold trading against the US dollars, and you are told to sell. Just like I said, you are either going to be buying or selling, right? Now, you are in this situation, you are asked to sell now. We are going to our MT5, but aside from that, I also said that you are going to always have an entry price. You are always going to have an entry price in this situation you are giving. You will always be giving, but even in situations where you are not giving, your entry price is very, very important. Another important thing is your take profit. As can everyone see TP1, TP2, TP3, TP4, and TP5? Those are your take profits, right? In this situation, you can only choose one take profit at a time. I will explain it in on the chart what I mean by taking one take profit at a time. And you also have your stop loss, which is of course just like SL, which is of course stop loss. That means stopping you from losing all your money. That is what it actually means. Your stop loss is there to stop you from losing all your money in a trade, right? So I've broken down this and I want to believe everybody understand it. So if I say XAU USD, I'm telling you to go and trade the gold versus the US dollars. That is what I'm just telling you in essence. And everyone knows how precious gold can be. So the first thing you need to do is go to your MT5 that is already connected to your broker. In my situation right now, I am using um the demo account. I am not using a real account. And I don't advise anyone to start with their real account, especially if you are new, right? So I am going to click on XAUUSD. In this situation right now, guys, the market is not in the zone. This 4751.50 to 4555.50 is called zone. At least if you don't learn anything today, you've learned that whatever whenever you see 4751 or something that looks like this to another number is called zone, right? Now in this situation, we can't take this trade again because it has passed. The market has gone down below where this trade was called, right? There are also situations you will find in this kind of case, right? You whenever they tell you that TP1 hits, that means they've started making money from that particular trade. Guys, you're not supposed to take it again. You are not supposed to take a trade that has hit TP1. When a trade has hit TP1, it's already recorded as a profit. So if you are taking that trade again, then you are now at the mercy of the market. And trust me, you don't want to ever be at the mercy of the market. If you are still with me on this call, please drop a one in the chat box. Time is running so fast. Time is going so fast, and I've not even said anything, but that's fine, right? Thank you very much, everyone. So at this stage now, we can't use this trade again because it has passed where the trade was given. But basically, when a trade is given, I think I'm going to give us a zone right now. So let's say I'm going to my notes. Let's say we are told to buy SAU 474. Where is the market right now? Okay. Let's say 4741 to 4743. I'm giving myself a zone, right? And in this trade, we are selling. So let's say our first take profit is 4740 and our SL is 4 SL is 4760, right? Guys, this is not real. I'm just trying to use this to explain to us, right? So in this situation, guys, we have been given 4741 as our zone. The first thing that I will do is to go and look at where the market is. Even though I don't know where the market is, guys, can you see these numbers that keeps changing? These are your this is the current price of the market. Personally, from the zone that I have given, this is a good place to enter this trade, right? If I enter this trade at this point, I am going to make more than somebody that enters it at the first point. I know that might be confusing, but basically what I'm saying is, when a trade is given, if it is not within this zone that is given, guys, you shouldn't rush to take it. The best you can do is set a limit. At this point, I'm going to, if now this trade is already going into profit and I want to take it, I will come and set sell limit at 4741. It has passed 4741, so I can enter this trade now. I'll just go and take it. 47. It's playing with my emotion. Okay, I'll sell. Now that I've sold, the next thing I'll do, guys, I'll go and take another position at probably 20 pips ahead of it, which is 4743. I'll position myself. So when this market, whatever makes this market come down to 4743, it will give me more profit than this one that is already in loss. Now, don't forget, I will still have to put my stop loss 4760 and my take profit at 4740. Don't worry, we are coming to the part of risk management, which is very, very important. It is more important for me than this. So, guys, this is how to take a trade. The only thing you are doing is copying what they've given to you. They've given you the SL and the TP. Now, I said something that you can't copy more than one SNTP per trade. If you notice right now, I only have one SL, a space for just one SL and one TP. I don't have space for more than one, right? So even if I want to take anything that makes me want to take all these this TP, that means to say I have to open five TPs, five trade, and we are still coming back to the risk management point. But for every, if you want to take all the TPs, then you have to open all the positions, but it is not advisable, especially as beginners. For beginners, I always advise them to stick to either TP1 or TP2, right? So guys, that's that for that. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. If you understand what I'm saying, put your favorite emoji in the chat box. Let me know in the chat box, guys, please. I don't want to be that I'm talking to myself on this call. It's not going to be good for us. We're 18 on this call. So while I'm talking, try to give me feedback so that I know that I'm not talking to myself. So I want to believe that a lot of you already know some of these things. So I'll go straight to the points that are very, very important, because I know some of you have questions, right? And the point that is very important to me, let me stop sharing my screen at this point, is risk management. Because, guys, one thing you need to understand is that, oh, thank you. Risk management is very, very, very important. Now, one thing you need to know about forex as a whole. This doesn't have to, this risk management thing um is not a copy and paste thing, or is not a copy trading thing. It's a forex, whatever that has to do with forex. Even if you trade stocks, even if you trade synthetic, even if whatever you are trading, even if you only trade cryptocurrency, risk management is very, very important. Why is it important? That is what separates a successful forex trader from an unsuccessful forex trader. Why did I say so? Take for example, there is a forex trader somewhere that sits in the chart morning till night, analyzing the market to get the best entry point. And at the end of the day, this forex trader goes ahead to over risk or overweigh his account. And for any reason, that trade did not go his way. He lost money. If it goes again tomorrow sit in the chart from morning to night so that he can look for good setup. Again, he came to he sees a good setup. He comes to his account and still over leverage his account. It won't take for long. That person is going to lose that account. And when the person has lose that account, now is either forced to refund his account or left with so much strategy and no money to trade. So that's why risk management is very, 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 very important. Now, coming to people, somebody that doesn't know how to analyze the market, like most of us in the team right now. You don't know how to analyze the market. You came into this space, you learned how to copy and paste, right? But you have risk management in place. When I mean you have risk management in place, you know what you are risking per time. You know the risk management to take for a particular trade. You are not just leveraging on an expert to make money. You now have your money game at hand, and you can grow your money. You can make so much, even more than somebody that knows how to analyze this market but doesn't have risk management. So whether you are an expert in whatever you are doing or you are not an expert, what separates a successful trader from an unsuccessful trader is risk management. Because forex is a business or a game of risk, right? You are trading against a lot of things, a lot of people, a lot of money, right, in that market. Imagine over $6.7 trillion. You are trading against that market. What will separate you, even when you have a good system in place like gold mine or whatsoever, is your risk management. Guys, please don't be angry, because in this call you are going to hear me talk about risk management countless times, because that's the only thing that can make you last in this call. That's the only thing that would differentiate you from somebody that goes online and say forex is a scam. That's the truth. Because when they come to say forex is a scam, they won't tell you how they were greedy or how indisciplined they were. Now, introduction. Just like I've said already, risk management is what keeps you successful in trading and helps you to protect your capital, control your losses, and all those things. Because at the end of the day, you can't take away SL losses in the forex market, because nobody owns the forex market, right? Nobody has 100% predictions in the forex market. But what will help you stay there for long is the fact that you see that you are making money, you at some, and in between there are some losses, but you keep failing forward. There's such a thing as failing forward. You are failing forward. For example, you have $1,000. Today you have made $50. Tomorrow you made $75, but you lost $50 along the line. Or you made $50 and you lost one of the trade, and that trade you lost was $25. Now you have $1,075. So next tomorrow again, you trade, you made $50. Next tomorrow, the other day, you trade again, you lost one trade. Now you are making losses, but at the same time, you can see that your account is growing. So that's where risk management comes in. Now, some of the things that affects people in forex trading, right, guys? Please pay attention, because this happens to the best of us. Everybody, even me that I'm talking to you, I am just like you. I used to be a beginner. Everybody started somewhere. You know, the good thing about joining communities like this is that it helps you to learn from people that have made the mistakes, rather than you coming to start all this from the scratch, learning, unlearning, relearning. You have opportunity to now learn from people that have done this thing. They've made mistake, they failed, right? They've corrected themselves. Now you are learning from them, so it's faster for you. It's like they are now like a vehicle that is taking you faster to that position. Now, one of those big problem we have in forex trading, right, is comparison, right? You see somebody comparing his journey to another person, because you saw somebody trading and making like $1,000 in one trade, or $500 or $50. You are now comparing that person to you that is making $2, $3. You are not even trusting your own process. You are comparing what you have done to what's happening to somebody else to yours. And that's a very wrong approach. Everybody's journey is different. Go and ask the person that now starts trading with $1,000, the stories behind them, some of the losses they've made, some of the corrections they've taken, and all those things. You are going to see that you can't actually just compare them, right? You can't compare you that you are just starting to those people. Another thing is over trading, guys. And seriously speaking, I won't blame anybody for over trading, right? But one thing you shouldn't do in forex trading is over trading. That's because um the forex market, right, is nobody's um house. You don't own the forex market. I don't own it. Everybody comes to the forex market like you. Everybody, your win is somebody's loss. That's one thing you should know. Your loss is somebody's win. So it is a very competitive place, and you don't want to be there for so long, right? Unless you are a swing trader. Oh my God, sorry, yes. Unless you are a swing trader, you don't want to stay in the forex market for so long. So one thing that kills people in the market, especially because we have a system like gold mine where you get a lot of trade, there are people that want to now over trade, and that's a very, very wrong approach in forex trading. Guys, if you are still with me on this call, please drop your favorite emoji in the chat box. Drop your favorite emoji in the chat box. Let me know that you are still with me on this call. 1 minute. Thank you. Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you. Another thing is lack of trading plan. Lack of trading plan. Trading plan is, let me give you literal example of trading plan. Okay, I'm coming to trade in the forex market today. How much do I want to make today? If I have $100, what's the appropriate amount that I should allocate to my trading? And that should be if you have $100, guys, and you are trading, you are seeking to make 20% in your account. For me, it's already too much, because this is not a get rich quick plan, right? But it's a slow but steady process. So, what am I coming to do in the forex market? How much do I want to make in a day? Okay, now I know that I want to make this amount in a day. How much do I want to lose? Knowing very well that this is not a this is not a one-way thing. It's a two-way thing. Either you are in profit or you are in loss. So how much am I fixing for these particular things? That's another thing. So if you don't have trading plan, you're already planning to fail in the forex market. That's just it, guys. There's no two ways about it. Another thing is revenge trading. Now, revenge trading is, I took a trade, I made loss. Now I must make it back. Now that is where greed comes in. You are very quick to knowing that you want to make money in this thing, but you don't want to ever lose. You don't want to ever agree that you lost. It's just like, excuse me, when you have a fight with somebody and they beat you very well, then you are coming back to say, you are going and say you are going to come back to fight the person. So if you are entering the forex market with a revenge trading mentality, you're already failing. You're already really failing. And the last one is FOMO. What FOMO is that it is the fear of missing out. You saw that gold mine has dropped 5 6 trade a day. You have taken 2 or 3 and you have made money, but because he dropped another trade, or you saw that guy's result that is already looking so good, you are going into the market again because you don't want to miss out on the next profit. You are quick to wanting to show people your results that I'm very good at this game. It's a very wrong approach in trading, and it can help that in short. FOMO is like the easiest way of blowing account. The easiest way of blowing account. You don't want to miss any trade because they sent 5 trades today. I must take all the 5 trade. That's very wrong. Guys, if you are with me on this call, can you drop what is the first risk factor in forex trading? Drop it in the chat box. I want to know people that are following me on this call. Drop it in the chat box. What's the first risk factor? What's the first risk factor? First risk factor. If nobody is dropping on this call, I'm going to be gifting something to the best person on this call today. The best person on this call today. I'm going to be gifting somebody something. I'm not going to say anything about that. But trust me, I want to be sure that I'm not just talking to myself, but also you guys are taking note and understanding what I'm saying. So thank you. I don't know your name, but thank you. What's the second risk factor? Psychological risk factor. What's the second one, guys? Let me know in the chat box. Thank you, Lawrence. Let me know in the chat box. Over trading. Thank you very much. Who Anybody else? Let me know, guys. Let's be fast. Let's be fast. Anybody else? Market volatility. Thank you, but that's not it. Revenge trading. Thank you, Abibu. Thank you very much. So, for want of time, we're going to continue. So, you heard me say things like lack of trading plan and all those other things. Now, the first thing you need to know about risk management is your risk, the risk you are taking per trade. Now, let me just take it. That is very, very important, but it's people, like it's persons dependent, right? Like, for example, somebody with $100. Now, when you are coming to trade, the first thing is, are you willing to lose all those $100? That's the first thing. If yes, why then you know the kind of risk you are taking each trade. Now, the second thing is, if you don't want to risk all those money, how much are you willing to risk in that trade? I can wake up in the morning and say, for each trade I'm taking, I don't want to lose more than $10 or $15. That's why I said it's people specific, because if I'm willing to lose $10 or $15, somebody else is willing to just risk $5. That's okay. That's okay if you just want to lose $5, but then you now have to calculate it based on what you are willing to risk. Thank you, Chini. I know you have a question. Just drop, like, store it somewhere. There's going to be time for question so that I don't take us back, right? The next thing is stop loss. Stop loss discipline. For me personally, I'm not a fan of, oh guys, move your stop loss. Maybe trade is coming close to stop loss and they'll say move it. No, I'm not a fan of that, because it is very important that I protect my capital first. Guys, write it somewhere. The first thing you always seek to do in this trading is protecting your capital. It is okay for me if Goldmine sent 5 trade and I did not make money that day, but I can see my money, my capital face to face. It's gonna give me so much joy, because you know where they say, either live to fight today, live to fight another day. It is your capital that is your weapon, is your sword. If you risk all your money today, if you move that stop loss today and you risk your money, you woke up in the morning, you saw $500, and by evening you are seeing $50 because you decided to be moving your stop loss. Tomorrow, what are you going to have to risk? Always think of your capital first. When you hear Goldmine say, oh guys, I'm closing this trade at TP1, you are not second guessing, you are closing that trade at that TP1 because you protect your capital. You love your capital so much. Guys, for me, I don't know about you, I work so hard for my money, right? Now, I am looking for ways to multiply my income. I'm not looking for a way to get rich quick. I just want to multiply my income. So I'm putting some of my hard work, my sweat. I went to work 9 to 5. I came back. I funded my account. I started trading. Then you are now trading like you borrowed you got that money from a dance competition. No, guys. You must first protect your capital, and one way to do that is to respect your stop loss, because the stop loss is there for you to, because there's not always going to be 100% win. That stop loss is there to protect your capital. Now, the second one is risk to reward ratio. And for me, I rather fight so much on this, because it doesn't make sense to me that I'm losing $10 and making $2. Guys, does that make sense? It means that I'm going to have to trade 5 times to be able to make, even thank you, Lara. Even if it is dance competition, imagine you went to dance and you sweat, you were sweating, then you funded this account and you are trading it like they gave you from one, maybe one chief gave you the money. If it's chief, like, that's just the whole mindset when I trade. And this is why risk management is so important. Guys, you saw the way it took me like 2 minutes, 3 minutes to show you how to copy and paste, right? Eh? Even if like it's it's that's the easy part of forex. The risk management is the major part of forex. Risk management is going to expose who you are. If you are not a disciplined person, if you are a greedy person, if you are somebody that has this get rich quick mentality, when you come to forex, it will expose you to you. That's just what I want you to understand, right? And going back to risk to reward I was talking about, I rather don't not trade than trade, and in a trade of I'll be making $2, and by the time I'm losing $10. I'll be making $50. By the time I'm losing $150. It doesn't make sense to me. For me, that means for $2 I have to trade 5 times to make the loss that I want to make, and that's not a good trade. That's not a good way of trading at all, guys. So your risk, always check that. I'm going to show you how I do my own, right? Now, look at this trade. The first thing I do is, first thing you must always look at your risk to reward. I know that it's not every time you make what you are expecting to lose, but when you see a trade, sorry, you can't see my screen now, but I need to explain this risk to reward ratio for you guys. So I'm going to stop sharing and I'll start sharing my screen. Okay, guys. So when I see a trade, they have told me to buy 4751.50. I know we are beginners, and guys, give yourself grace. Give yourself the opportunity to learn, make mistake, unlearn, relearn. I have been here for 3 years. So I'm not telling you I'm somebody that started 4 months. I have learned, made mistake, but I still make sure that I got to this point where I know what I want. As far as my money is with me, my money first, right? Now, 4751.50. The first thing, when you come and see that this trader started moving towards TP1, don't rush to take it, guys. Don't rush to take it. That is why you are given a zone. That is why you are given a zone. Now, what I will do is I will go and set that. I will go and set that 4751.50 as a limit order. I will set it as limit order. That trade as its TP. I will set that trade as limit order. Share the expert have said, okay, is 4751. Okay, market is not there yet. No problem. Market is not within that zone. I will place it. If it comes back to this point, it will take me in. But if it doesn't come back, and it hits their TP1, I'll go and close my trade. I'll close it. I'll wait for the next one. Because risk to reward is very important. If a trade is given, this trade is a sell trade, and me that I entered at 4751.5, I am already seeing that from that 4751, and I'm using 0.01 to my TP1, I'll be making $3. But you that entered at 4750, you are already leaving $1.50 to the market, and you are going to be making around less than $2. Now that's not all. Another challenge is that by the time I'm entering at 4750 and it's coming to SL, I'm going to be losing exactly $10 when I should be losing maybe around $8. So guys, these are the little things that we do that it doesn't make sense. And another thing that I do is, if I'm going to be taking two position, which is the second point I'm going to be making, the next thing I'm going to do, I know there was a file that was shared, and I think I'm going to still look for that file. But the next thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to check 4751 to 4555. Now the midpoint between them is 4753.5. So after taking my first position at 4751.50, the next one I will do is I will take, that is depending on how much I'm willing to risk, guys. Take note of that too. I'm coming here to do 53.50. So now I have two positions. Even if the first one is going into loss, I know that the second one that is coming is going to take me, and by the time it start going into profit, I will make more, right? That's how I take my trade, guys. That's how I actually take my trade, because for me, it is very much important for me to know what I'm risking in that trade before I take that trade. Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. Okay. The So the other one is position sizing. That's what I was just going to talk about. Position sizing, it means that, guys, um what it means is that this trade is 4751 and my stop loss is 4760. So, and my take profit, let me just use maybe TP3 4744. Now, guys, if I have $100 account, oh, you guys cannot see it again. Sorry, guys. I have to stop sharing again and start sharing my screen. I want to explain position sizing to you, so you understand what I'm talking about there. Now, I've already set my SL and TP. Guys, this is how to check how much you are risking in a trade. Maybe for those of you that don't know, all you need to do is click on charts. Now, you can see it. Once you tap on your SL, for that trade, I'm going to be losing $8.5. Now, that's for the first position, and I'm going to be making $7.5. Right? Now, that's not all. The next thing you need to see about that trade now is that that's $8.5 is just for one of the position. Don't forget I have two positions here. That means to say, how much will I be risking in this one? Excuse me. If I decide that, okay, for the second one now, I am risking $6. So $6.5 plus $8.5, that's $15. You are not risking $8, you are risking $15 because you have two positions. So if that will not be okay for you, then you have to hold one position. So that is what the position sizing means. Don't think that, oh, because I'm risking $10 in this trade, once I open all this position, it's the same $10. No, it's going to be 10, $10, $10, $10, $10, or risk whatever risk. So when you see people stack up position. It's not the time for you to go and stack up position, because the more position you add to your trade, the more you are going to be risking on that trade. If you are still with me on this call, please drop your favorite emoji. Please drop your favorite emoji if you are still with me on this call. I'm about to stop so that you guys can start asking your questions, right? But before then, I just want to be sure that I'm done with this slide, because everything on this slide is very important to us. Maximum daily and weekly profits. This is a business if you treat it as one. And for everybody, what you are looking at is making money. When I started, there are days that I said I want to make $50 in a week. And at the end of the day, I make $30 in that week. That is also a good profit. You need to know your maximum daily and weekly profit. Also, while you are calculating how much you will make, calculate how much you will lose. Aside from that, now you need to know that if you don't follow what you say you are going to be risking, if I said I want to make $100 and I've already made 120 or even 1995, whatever makes me trade again is revealing my true self to me. It's showing me that, see, Doris, you don't even respect yourself enough. So it is one thing to set those things, it is another thing to respect them. That's why I say trading will reveal yourself to you, right? Of course, other things, risk management rules continue, right? Market session. Now, for me, because of my location, I can't trade a London session. Now, you need to know those are the things you need to put into place. Can I trade London session? Can I trade US session? I can trade, for me, I can trade US and Asian. Which other thing is, other factors is, which one works best for you? I know some of us here are already good at trading. Which of the trading have you tested and trading session have you tested and you like? For this our community now, I can't really say about trading pairs, but trading pairs is also very important. Do you like to trade GBP USD currency pairs, or you like to trade commodities like gold, or you like to trade indices like US 30? You have to, these are the things that will help you. Just like I said when I was saying, give yourself grace, guys. Give yourself grace because you are still coming up. But um also know that as you grow, you need to be laying bricks upon bricks. Today you learn about market session, tomorrow you learn about the trading pairs, and some of these things you don't necessarily have to learn on your real account. That's the good thing. So while you are making money, after you have finished making money, you have taken one or two trades from gold mine, you are done for the day, you respect yourself enough not to trade again, then you go ahead to learn these things, right? This is the best thing you can do for yourself in a free platform. When we started, we didn't have it for free. We were paying as much as $150 every month. Yeah, sorry. I paid $150 at first, then every other month I was paying $100. At some point, we started paying 165. So some of these things you have, you are lucky to have them. Take advantage of it and make yourself better. Now, you have entry and exit rules. Of course, that's what I just explained. Well, are you still paying now? I'm not sure. Right now, everybody has it for free. I don't know about what you paid for, but right now, everybody in this group has it for free. Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah, so I think we're almost in the same boat. But imagine I started paying subscription fee as far back as 2023 till the end of 2025. Just imagine that. Imagine that means if I'm not gaining value from here, do you think I'll be paying that kind of money? Just imagine. So the entry and exit rules are what I already spoke about, which is you know you are entering at this point. Don't go and enter because they say buy now. You don't want to because of FOMO. Remember I spoke about FOMO. Because you don't want to miss out, you enter immediately so that you can catch TP1. Respect your entry and exit rules. It's very important, right? Every dollar counts, every cent, every kobo counts too. Your risk rules is all what we are still saying, right? Trade journaling. Oh, I made $5 today. I have a place, I have a spreadsheet, I have something, I write it down. You just journal your trade. Like, even any, if you treat it as a business, that's what you are going to do, right? You are going to want to know where to adjust, what to take out, what to remain, what is your main strategy, you know? So so the last thing right now is the risk management tools. The first thing here is the Forest Factory. How many of us knows about Forest Factory? I'm going to drop the link to Factory on the group. And the reason why I'm dropping it is I don't want to show you based on my time zone, right? It's going to confuse you. But once I drop the link, open it on your phone. When okay, maybe I should I should show you guys how Forest Factory look like. So forest, this is sorry guys. So this is the Forest Factory, right? So Forest Factory, today is Wednesday, April 22nd. The ones there are no much news today, right? The one you see red, when you see red, it means high impact news. It's going to affect the GBP, right? It's going to affect the GDP pair. That's the Great Britain pound, right? When you see yellow, is that one is is low impact news. When you see orange, like this euro, this euro is mid impact. So most times people look at more at the red impact news, the red folder. I want to yeah. So for tomorrow now, we have four reds, right, which are going to be affecting the euro pair and the GBP pair. This will help you to know when to stay away from the market as a newbie, or when to, like, just know how to manage your trade, basically. The second one on my slide is the Forest Factory. Sorry, the what is it called? Um, Forest Calculator. Sorry. So this is the app. If you want to take a screenshot, you can, but I'm going to open it now. This calculator is basically for new people. Me now, I already know how to calculate my trade offhand without using this forest calculator anymore. But when I started, and as much as I encourage newbies to also go through it, this forest calculator is a whole thing entirely. But basically, it helps you to calculate your profit and your loss. When I come to profit and loss, the first thing, I'll choose my currency pair. If I'm trading with Canadian dollar, I'll choose. If I'm trading with Naira, I'll choose. If I'm trading with pounds, I'll choose the pair, right? I'll just choose it. Let's say I'm choosing GBP, right? Now, I'm trading with GBP. Now, the pair, let's say I'm using XAU USD, right? This is for basically for newbies. As time goes on, you can be like me, and by when seeing the numbers, you already know. You choose your pair, you choose your position. Is it, if you, when you are seeing long is a buy, short is a sell, you put your lot size. If it's 0.01 and all that, put all those things. It's going to tell you how much you are risking in that trade, right? I don't want to dwell so much on the Forest Factory. Then the last one is the trading plans. Yeah, I don't want to. Okay, the last one is I'm coming. Yeah, the last one is more like a trading plan calculator. I'm also going to send the link to the group. So if you can see it, I wrote it. The link is thecalculatorsite.com, but I'm going to drop them in the group. This is going to help you with your trading plan. It helps you to know how much to risk per trade and everything. All right, guys. I think I'm done with this slide. Yeah, thank you very much. If you have any question, this is your time. Please drop it in the chat box. Drop it in the chat box. I know from answering your question, I'll be able to chip in other things that I remember or forgot. I remember, or anything I forgot to add. So please drop your question in the chat box. If you have any question, drop it in the chat box now. I know somebody says she has a question. I have a question, yeah. So, Chini, this is your time. You can drop your question in the chat box. Or is everything okay? Like, you guys understand everything? If you understand everything, drop a 1. If you don't understand everything, drop a 2. Let me know that. Or maybe I was just talking to myself. Guys, I'm waiting. You have 3 minutes to drop your questions so we don't waste each other's time. If there's anything you don't understand, if there's anything you want more clarity about, please, this is your time. This is your time, guys. Also, while you are doing that, I should drop some of the things that I want to drop. Yeah, this one. That's so Abibu is asking if it's good to cut your trade before hitting any TP. That depend on you. Now, why I say it depends on you, I have to place a trade on Google. Yeah, just give me a second. Let me drop this before I forget. I want to drop. So guys, I just dropped this. How to place a trade in from Goldmine, right? So the first question here is it good to cut your trade before hitting any TP? It depends on you. If I'm taking a trade and personally, I don't like to cut my trade, but sometimes you just have to, right? But basically, it depends on you. If you have made so much, why not? But imagine cutting your trade when it's at $3, $5, or $70, and you say, okay, you're okay with that profit and all that. When it has not reached, first, you need to always understand that you are not the professional. The professional has given you um zones where he thinks the trade is going to come and is a good place to take profit. So closing your trade when it has not gotten to that point is not a good thing. But if for any reason you wish to, why not? But imagine cutting your trade at $70 and the risk in that trade is $100. Imagine after cutting your trade at $70, you took another trade and that trade entered SL and you lost $100. So you see, these are the pros and cons. You need to know that whatever you do in forex trading has the good parts and the bad parts, right? So as much as you can make money, you can lose money. So if whatever you are doing, you need to be sure that your the consequences, the good part of it is outweighing the consequences that comes with that thing. So for me, I won't close my trade. But if you want to, it's your choice, right? There are some days where I took a trade and I'm very busy. But because my mind will not, I will not be there to either to break even or do something. When I see good profit, I take it and I close while others are still taking their profit. So it depends on you. Can you go over the position sizing? Okay, I'm going to share my screen for this one. So everybody, please pay attention to this. Please pay attention to this. It's very important. It's a very good question. That's why I want us to pay attention. Now, 1097. Now, position sizing. Position size. What is size? Number. Position. Number of position you took. What you are seeing in my screen now, I've taken 2 position. If I take more, 3, 4, the more I take, the more it's counting. For example, let's say I took this trade now, market execution, I'm selling. I don't have 3 positions, I have 4 positions now. So the more you are taking position, that's what position sizing is all about. Now, that's one thing. You have 4 positions. Please don't mistake it that, oh, I'm risking $10 in this trade. So if it's still $10 I'm risking. No. If you are risking $10 in one position, in the 4 position, that means you are risking $40. If you are risking $20 in one of the position, in the 4 position you're already risking $80. This is how people blow account without knowing. So what you can do is that, okay, I want to risk total $20 in my trade. You now say, okay, each of those positions is for $5. Depends on you. You can either say $20 overall today or $20 per trade. Position sizing is how many positions you open in your MT5 in a trade. In not just only in a trade, in a day, or how they say it, because if you open gold mine gave you a trade, you open 4 like this, and you go and maybe you saw a currency pair trade and or euro USD or anything, you open another one. That one is part of the trade. For example, if all the trade doesn't go well in that day, you have lost. For each position you are risking something. Just like this one now, I'm risking, okay, I've not put this thing. If I'm risking $9 in one, and the other one I can be risking $7, the other one I can be risking $6, the other one I'm risking maybe $10. Calculate it. That's how much you are losing in that particular risking, not losing, but risking in that particular trade. So more, I hope I have answered your question, Abibu and 1097. More clarity on the risk to reward ratio. Risk to reward. Now, for this one, let's go to the Telegram. I must tell you the truth because I don't like to hide the truth. Some of these things are not of the best of the best risk management that you can get out there. But they can also, like, you can also know that you have something good here. But this is not the best risk management approach you can get out there, right? And also, this is for this one, you have to be wise about it, guys, because if like, that's why you cannot just trade anyhow. You can't be trading when your trade is at 4749 and you want to hit TP1. No, you have to be very, very smart about it. The risk management ratio is risk to reward ratio is what, okay, if I'm risking, I came here now and I see that no, yeah. I came here now and I see that, sorry, yeah, I'm risking $6. Can you see that I'm making $9? That means this in this trade is 1 ratio 1.3. That means I'm making more than what I'm losing. That's the risk. That's the best approach to risk, any risk to reward ratio. Why? Because by the time you take one trade and you risk $6, you risk $6, you make $9. If you now take the second trade, the same, let's say the same $6, and that trade did not go well, you lose that $6. You still have $3 left plus your capital. Are you seeing the small mass that is inside? That's the best approach to risk to reward ratio. The best is supposed to be 1:2, but sometimes you might not get it. But by all means, always seek to make more or close to more than what you are losing. Very important. Very, very important, right? The next question. I hope I've answered your question. If you are not clear, I'm still here. Please let me know in the chat box. Please, why is the stop loss they do sent out for each trade always higher than the TP1? Because most of the us always take TP1 or 2. Now, the reason for that is that, you know, we are copying and pasting trade, right? We need to understand that whatever you are seeing out there is a representation of what you are seeing in this chart. Are you guys seeing all this red and blue? You know, when you come, they will tell you don't even look at this chart because you are going to be confused. But the trader out there is seeing the chart, is knowing what is happening, right? Now, the reason why you get TP1, TP2, TP3, markets can reverse at any point. And the reason why they make you do that is because they don't want you to, they want you to be making money as you go. You as newbie, you always advise you to take TP1 or 2 because you are just starting. When I started, I was only taking TP1. I don't even want stress. I just want to make my money and go, right? But for people that are grown in this thing, that have mastered their emotions, because for you to hold up to TP5, which is the best, you have to be sure that you are willing to, because you are seeing people taking profit and you are still waiting. The best thing to do most times is, most of you start with 0.01 or 0.02. That's why you are always advised close at TP1 or 2. But if you can, why you can't, if you feel your risk management, what you are risking on that trade is going to carry it, and you are risking $50, let's say, and you are using 0.05 in one position, not 5. Remember, I've explained position sizing. In that situation now, you are now going to, when the trader started hitting TP1, TP2, personally, what I would advise is, so Chini, what you can practice this. That's why I say you have the opportunity of learning. Now you are starting with TP1 or TP2. Still continue with your TP1 or TP2. So, but when you have hit your target for the day, switch your account to demo account. Then practice this. Now you can practice that. Okay, I want to take 0.05. When I take 0.05 now, when this trade start going into profit, by the time e hit TP2, let's say this trade now is in profit, for example. Let's say it's in profit. By the time it hits CP2, the first thing you will do is to modify. Take partials. You can take partial of 0.03, close it, right? We are assuming that this trade is in profit, right? That's why I'm doing this. I've taken partials. Now, what I've left now is 0.02. The second thing you can do is, after taking partial, move your stop loss, do break even, change your stop loss to 4736. I'm going to send a video on how to break even in the chat, in the Pro Trader group. So anything that you guys, if I forget, please remind me. Anything I said I'm going to drop, please remind me to drop it. I'm going to, after I take partial, I can now break even. So that break even, even though the trade go back, it will take me out in my new break even, which is my entry price. That way, I'm protecting my capital. But if it keeps going further, it will take me to, if it hits TP3, I can take 0.01 and leave 0.01 to either TP4 or 5. That way, you make more, right? Another thing people can do is 0.05. You can share it into two, 0.02 and 0.03. The same thing, you can do TP2 here, TP5 here. When you take partial here, take partial here, you still hold, right? It all depends on you, but you can't know all these things at once. Give yourself the opportunity to learn, right? When you have taken trade one day for the one you know, you secure your profit, then keep learning. You keep learning, learning. I hope I've done justice to your question. I hope so. Okay. Um, does it mean that I have to set the same take profit for all of them? No. So, and it depends on you too. Like me, when I take a trade, especially from gold mine, what I do is I take the first position, right, which is 4751, and I take 4753. So what I do is sometimes I set it at TP2 and TP3. Some people might decide to set it at TP1, but the wise thing to do, guys, if you even if you want to set TP1, is you see that one that is 4753, you can set that at TP1 and set the other one at TP2 or TP3. Depends on you and the one you want to stake. But basically, this point, everything you are doing here, you keep hearing me saying depends on you, because you are the one that will choose your TP and your profit, right? So you see that I set TP3 on this one. I can decide to set TP2 or TP1 or TP5. So you don't have to necessarily set all the same TP in all of them. You also don't have to necessarily set different TP, right? All depends on you and where you want to take your profit from. I hope I helped in that situation too. So guys, I hope I've answered your questions as much as I can. I said so. So are you guys, did you guys get what I said? If you understand what I said, let me know in the chat box. I hope to get more questions, but even if I don't get more questions, I think we have tried for the day. Yes, all right. Thank you. Thank you for staying to the end of this call. I think we can say we are done. If you got value on this call, please go back to